Right now, one of your employees is living rent-free in your head, and it's costing you far more than you know. It's costing you your focus. It's costing you your energy, your presence at home with your precious family, and it's costing your effectiveness as a leader. Today, we're talking about how to manage difficult employees without resentment. By the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why that resentment is hurting you far more than it's hurting them, and what to do about it. This is coming from someone who has spent 25 years training corporate leaders and sales teams. What I'm about to share with you is not theory. It is what actually works in the real world when you're dealing with difficult employees and feeling the frustration is building. If this is the type of content you like, go ahead and hit the like button. It helps more people find it. Let's get into this right now. The ego can be the enemy, and the ego's primary purpose is to keep you alive. Its purpose is to protect you. And because that is its primary purpose, it's more important to focus on what's wrong than what's right. And one way that it does that is by judging. Now, if you want to gain influence as a leader, you cannot judge. You have to understand. Let me ask you this. Does it feel good when somebody is judging you? Does it feel good when somebody's understanding you? Now listen to this from the same perspective as your employee. Do you think it feels better to them when you are judging them or when you're understanding them? So when you're judging your employee, you lose influence. If you want to play in somebody else's ballpark, you have to play by their rules. Whenever you get triggered, somebody broke one of your rules. Whenever one of your employees breaks one of your rules, they now officially have real estate in your mind. Every time you think about it, you're etching it into the neural networking. That's why I say you want to catch it before you etch it. So now you're at home with your family, the people that you love more than anybody else on the planet, but you're not really with them, are you? You're in your head. Where attention goes, energy flows. Whatever you're giving your attention to, you are also giving it your precious energy. Imagine that your attention is water and your energy is fertilizer. And what happens if you water and fertilize a plant? It will grow. And what happens if you water and fertilize a thought? It will grow. Now imagine that this person that broke your rule has real estate in your brain. And when you're thinking about it, you're giving it your attention and you're giving it your energy, you're watering it and metaphorically fertilizing it, it's growing it. Every time you think about it, you're etching it into the neural networking of your brain. You want to, if you can, catch it before you etch it. This is a skill. You don't want to drag this home if you can catch it before you etch it. If you do carry it home and you think about it, you don't want to take this any further than you have to. You don't want to be burdened with somebody etching this experience because it broke your rule in your head. This will tank your perspective. This will tank your energy. This will also give you a psychological, energetic infection. So now I bring the psychological and energetic infection home to my family. So now I'm in a different mood, not the best mood, and I'm not completely present because I'm in my head. So now the people that I love more than anybody else, the people that I would die for, I'm not even really with them because I'm upset at this one employee who's still in my head. The problem is I go to sleep and I drag the situation to work the next day. They still have real estate in my head. Now with this new infection, I view them in a different way. Do you think I'm viewing them in a favorable way or an unfavorable way? Absolutely unfavorable way. Not only unfavorable, with a magnifying glass, because whatever you focus on explodes. It gets magnified and your brain is going to edit every good thing out of it. So now this person has a target on their back because you have an unconscious bias that's magnifying every negative thing. So what happens next? You are going to notice something, and that infection is going to get more intense, and that neural networking is going to get more intense. And then you're going to take it home the next day as a gift to your family. But the problem is you aren't going to be with your family because you're going to be in your head. And then you're going to go to sleep and take it to work the next day. Do you see where I'm going with this? It is absolutely critical that you learn how to catch it before you etch it. You want to learn how to let this go. You want to use the framework ART. ART stands for accept, release, transform. You want to make this a skill. At any given moment, you are either in acceptance or resistance with this employee at work. Which are you in? Are you in acceptance with them or are you in resistance with them? Because whenever you resist something, it twists you inside. It occupies real estate not only in your head, but in your hormonal system. It changes your mood, it changes your perspective and your outlook on life. So you want to learn to master the skill of acceptance because when you accept something, it dissipates. Acceptance is a form of love, and love is the universal solvent. Well, what is a solvent? If you put a nail in a Coca Cola or even in water, after 100 years, it disappears. It dissolves. A solvent dissolves. Love dissolves the resentment. So when you accept somebody, you're dissolving it. And when you allow yourself to feel the anger, you're accepting it. When you understand that all human beings are conditioned, we are programmed, we have genetic programming, we have sociological programming, cultural programming, we have experiential programming. And this person that triggered you is just a meeting of two different psychologies. When you accept them and you understand how they work, how you do anything is how you do everything. Let me say it a different way for you. How they do anything is how they do everything. So you know this person triggers you. You accept it. And once you accept it, you are loving it. And when you love it, you are dissolving it. What you do is you look at the most antagonistic human beings as perfect, because perfect means complete acceptance. Now, at first, you're going to have to start with just saying it. It's probably not going to work. But after a while, you understand that people are all perfect because people are running an operating program. They have a genetic programming, they have a conditioned programming, and you get to witness it present time. And with judgment, some of them you like and some of them you don't like. When you give people love, in other words, when you accept them the way they are, they feel a different vibe from you. They're no longer feeling judged by your ego, they're feeling understood by your consciousness. And you at this moment are becoming a more conscious leader. When you learn how to deal with the human resource and you understand human nature and you understand how we are conditioned and how we are programmed and you understand your own rules, whenever you get triggered, it's always about your past. It's not about them, it's about you. And it's hard to take responsibility and look at that. That's where art squared comes in. Accept responsibility and transform. Don't make it about them, make it about you and reframe it as a lesson. This human being is the perfect person to be in your life right now. This is the person that's making you a better leader. This is the person that's teaching you about yourself. This is the person that's teaching you about human nature. And once you can learn to love them, you can love anybody. Once you can learn to accept them, you can accept everybody. But guess what? You keep on getting lessons. That's the beauty of life. We learn one lesson and then it ramps up and gives us a bigger one. And then we ramp up and get a bigger one. Now you can resist that or you can accept it. And when you accept it, you are going to fortify yourself into a diamond, turning snowflakes into a diamond. What makes a diamond a diamond? Pressure. And the pressure from this one individual is building a facet of your diamond. The pressure from the next situation is building a facet. Right now, human beings are stressed. And there's a few reasons why they're stressed. Some of the obvious ones is people are losing their jobs to artificial intelligence. They're losing their job to dematerialization of business, of brick and mortars. Everything's going digital. And this causes stress because this removes certainty, and certainty is safety. Because people are stressed, they are more triggerable. Because you are stressed, you are more triggerable. You want to understand the nature of what's going on. Always read the room. This is why, as a leader, I believe it's critical that you master the skill of emotional regulation. You learn to be psychologically imperturbable, invincible from outside influences. You have the ability to stay completely calm because you're regulated from the inside out. Now, at this moment, you are no longer judging, you are understanding. And you're no longer judging your people, you're giving them understanding. And when you give them understanding, you gain influence. But when you judge them, you lose influence. So if you have a resentment with them, it's because you judged them because they broke one of your rules. And you don't want to carry that resentment with you any further than you have to. Otherwise, you're going to carry that psychological, energetic infection with you for the rest of your day, possibly for the rest of your life. When you learn to use art, accept, release, transform. You learn to use art squared, accept responsibility and transform. You learn to look at things as perfect, perfect being the perfect word. By the way, did you know that you're perfect? And then you learn where attention goes, energy flows. You learn to catch it before you etch it. These are skills that will calm you down in today's world. If you like this content, please subscribe. What we're doing here is we are turning snowflakes into diamonds.